Update on my cannas. Tuesday 18th of November 2025. Second coldest night of the year. With a canna you can use a rhizome or you can grow from seed. Tried cannas from the UK 4 or 5 years now, but those being imported from Holland and most of them have got the virus. It's getting better now, but you've got to be careful where you buy cannas from. Make sure they're virus free. That was off a reputable company as well. I found a few, so I'm going to bung them on here. I started to have seed from cultivaion in Canada. Trouble with seed, it's not true to its parent. To get them true to the parent, you have to use rhizomes. With seed, because them usually get crossed, but you get some a new flower and you get some corkers, which we'll see later on as well. Steve Jacobs, found him, he's in the UK. He's also on Facebook and has his group UK Canna Growers Discussion Sales and Swaps. He also sells seed. Sylvain Hazlitt, admin of the International Canna Society, another good group on Facebook which you can learn from. Sylvain also sells good selection of seed every year. I've had seed off him last 3 years. This is a box of cannas, rhizomes, from my mate Lydia from Chippenham. I've found her in the UK and all down south. But this is just unpacking. I've got a mate around the corner, John. He wanted a few as well. So we got them both together. In our gardening club now, when we have a meeting, any spare cannas, I take them down, donate them. And I've got quite a few people. And once you've got the bug with cannas, that's it, you'll love them. But there's some corkers about. So this is me just unpacking them. There's most rhizomes and there's 2 plants as well, as you can see on that photo. You can see the leaves. This is Polish Lady, White Tiger. 2 of these for John. There's some, I got the large rhizomes. Right, to growing them, or not growing them, just keep them overwintered, i.e. ticking over. Vermiculite, I sell loads of that for our trading sheds for the garden club. You can use just vermiculite or you can do a mixture. I've got a vermiculite, spent ops, there's wood shavings, leaf mould, and that's old peat out of grow bags. And this clover peat I'm using as well. They're all dry, they're all small individual, it's no big lumps or nothing. But that's mixed all together, and that's what I'm going to store me rhizomes in. Some people on YouTube, and they get away with it, obviously that's why they do it, but they keep it moist. But I'm in an eye on that one. So White Tiger is ready to go in a pot. See a couple of shoots on them if you got a good eyesight. I think this is one of this is one of John's, Polish Lady and White Tiger he wanted. In fact, there's another one and all. So they are planted in, obviously horizontal. That's how they grow. And then just top the pot up. Opening a few more up. But these would just be kept frost free over winter. Obviously, same as your dahlia corms, we keep them frost free. Or fuchsias, chili plants, if you're storing them as well over winter, just keep them frost free. Right, these are the 2 plants Lydia sent me. As you see, has got them up, took most of the soil off. So I've got to plant them up later on. But these lot, I'm just putting them upright and then covering them. Obviously label them so you know which is which. And them 3 there, was them Johns? I think they were, or I'll drop them down to him later on. So same mixture for me potting the 2 plants on that they sent me. But these have been growing over winter as normal in the greenhouse. If I can get away with it, I'll put them in the house, in the spare bedroom. I can get away with the gaffer. Right, 2 pots ready. Them 2 bottom leaves, they ain't doing much cop. Old leaves, so I'm going to take them off anyway, as we've seen there. And you can just see the 2 new shoots coming up either side. That's a better shot. So I'm just holding the plant where I want it. I put compost underneath it, or the growing medium I should say. So I want it the height I want it, and I want it upright. So with the other hand I fill it with the growing medium. Make sure it's firmed in nicely. You've got to watch firming in so you don't hit the new shoots. And this is the other one that's going in. Once again, 2 old leaves on the bottom, so them will come off as well. I don't want them on, don't need them. When I take the old leaves off, I have a nose seat, make sure they're clean underneath. That's another one potted up. This was 4 or 5 days ago, before we started having the cold nights. There was no wind or nothing, so I put them outside, and I'll give them a week feed just to pick them up. Right, this was a mis-spraying, but I thought about it. I thought, no, I'm not going to keep it moist. I want them just looked after. So I scrub around that. Right, another canna we just said, I've got to chop in. What I'm doing, I've got runny honey, but he's gone solid because he's in the greenhouse, so I'm going to put boiling water on him to loosen it up. So a nice clean Stanley blade, sliced all the top off, leave about an inch and a half of shoot on. There's still new shoots coming through, I'll just leave them. Right, there's me runny honey. Got a cotton bud. I've been doing this for years with me fruit trees and getting away with it. All I'm doing is sealing the cut, just in case if there's any aphids about, which there is a few about. I'm still spraying them little chaps. It's warm in my greenhouse when it's outside. I don't want an aphid getting in there. Same as my fruit trees outside. That's the position now. There's a couple still growing, one on the left hand side, the back, that's where we made. You can see them drying out nicely. Until there's a bit of moisture in the bottom. You know, they still throw a couple of new shoots. That was a couple of days ago. All my cannas now are inside. That's bare as a badges. Just one on the wall there, as you can see. But he's still throwing a flower. But he's going to come inside. I can get away with the gaffer. And I've got to put vermiculite on the top of him as well. So he's inside the living room. There's one there in the kitchen. In the living room, and get the sun in the morning if he's out. And on the afternoon, dinner time-ish, the sun's on him in the kitchen. And that's one in there now. So if you look after them, you can grow them all year round. Just keep them frost free. I've got hold of these photos. Leeson sent, this is one we got. I love me variegated leaf. That's what I first got into cannas. The flowers are bonus. So that's one we got. Golden orb, that's another one. Nice mixture of colours in the flower itself. Thai sunray. Boston, look at that, superb. Luckily I sent me photos of these. Roma, this is with the green leaves. Another nice flower. Another good in there. Sunburst. Another creamy stripe. Been after this for a few years. Really just got that one, so I thought I'm gonna have him. Got to have him. I'm going to split him when he grows for one for John as well. Golden orb, nice colour, nice yellow, a nice dark leaf. Corsica, this is another good flower. Right, plants at home. This is Lydia's company does with a mate. Plants at home, chipping them. Might be 2 plants if I'm worried. You can either Google that, and there's quite a few plants, or you can it's on Facebook as well, which I'm always having a nose. And anything new that comes out is going to bug it on. The Lydia, one to look out for. Look at that leaf on that, superb, love it. Don't know what it is. Right, these are from seed from this year, and luckily for me quite a few come up dwarf, so then we get covered with vermiculite because they go in inside the house. Keep peace with the gaffer and get away with it. Canna's looking outside our patio during the year. Got the run for the hound if it's just a bloody squirrel or a cat. That's looking out the bedroom window up the garden. Luckily with pots of tubs you can move them, with the cannas you can move them around the garden. Raised bed in the middle, top of the garden. So I've got 3 pots in front of the raised bed. So then will give me a nice display. Them a dwarf as well. And I've trialled and errored leaving them outside, but now it's just easier just to grow them in a pot and swap the pot when it comes around. That's my mate Jones. He's into his cannas, as you can see. It's also Morris, he's into them and all. Right, these are overwintering in the shed, so they've all been chopped. That's in the garage, circle them there so you can see them. They've been chopped as well. So in the shed, the garage, they're going to be frost free. And the rest of them are in the greenhouse. That's kept at about 45 minimum. Right, Cultivaion Gardening Club. That's where we have our show now in the marquee. We also use the big room as well. But I introduced cannas a couple of years ago because there was quite a few of us interested. Unfortunately, Ray just walked past as I was taking a photo of the cannas which are on display. But you can see them a bit better there. I've got a class for variegated leaf and just a green leaf. What I want to introduce, we got a kids class to get kids involved. They can show 1 fruit, 1 flower, 1 veg. But also I was going to put 1 plant in. This is Hartley next door. 2 old ones looking out the patio door, so I'll get them this one. That's a firework cross with a zebra. So this was 2 days ago, before we had the first frost. I put him in the greenhouse, their greenhouse for him. His son made him raise beds because he's a bit unstable on his feet. This is Ray's house opposite. Of course, he's very well in there, but there you can see the canna. He's in there permanent. He's been there for 5 years now. And that's it, people. Hope you've enjoyed that, learned a bit. Any questions, just message me or ask on there. Because it's going on YouTube, just ask on there. And we'll do another update again next year. Because I've got to see what the new cannas come out like. Cheers, people. Take care. Look after yourselves.